Apple's big September event is now official. They've just dropped the invite for their iPhone 17 event, and it's happening on Tuesday, September the 9th, just like it was previously leaked. Therefore, we are less than 2 weeks away from Apple's biggest event of the year. So, with that being said, here are not 5, but 10 things to expect from Apple's September event, as there's going to be way more than just the iPhone 17 being announced. Speaking of 10, we also offer 10 stunning wallpapers in every single pack of our app wallpapers. My favorite packs of August are Serenity Spectrum by Ilona, Mysterious Mist by Ali, and Orderly Oscillations by Honey. They all look amazing, no matter which device you use them on. And the first wallpaper of every single pack is always free to download, and at full 8K resolution as well. With every download of our app, you not only support the app, but also our work here at ZONEofTECH, and our over 30 designers from all around the world. So check out wallpapers, link to do so is down below. Okay, now before we talk about what to expect, we should probably take a look at the invite itself, which has often hinted at some of the upcoming products in the past. This year, we get what looks to be a thermal view image of the Apple logo. And there are some interesting colors to see here, like a dark blue, an orange, a light blue, all of which do look quite similar to the colors of the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Pro dummy units. Now, if you go to Apple's website, you can actually interact with the Apple logo itself. Although, I don't think this hints at any announcement really. However, the tagline, "Awe dropping," does make me immediately think of the iPhone 17 Air, which I do see as the star of the show really, leaving people in awe at how insanely thin it would be. But I'm getting ahead of myself, because really the first thing to expect here is the standard iPhone 17. Based on all the leaks, this is set to come with a larger 6.3-inch display, just like the iPhone 16 Pro. And just like the 16 Pro, it is also rumored to finally come with a 120Hz refresh rate. Although this is rumored to only be a static 120Hz refresh rate, so no adaptive refresh rate or LTPO display either, which means no always-on functionality either. It could also come with a narrower dynamic island, according to Apple analyst Jeff Poo, which would actually be in stark contrast to Ming-Chi Kuo's report on X, where he mentioned that the dynamic island would remain largely unchanged. It's also rumored to feature a 24-megapixel selfie camera, the Apple A19 chip paired with 8GB of RAM, and a few new colors to choose from, such as purple and also green. Then we've got the one you're all waiting for, the incredibly thin iPhone 17 Air. Its standout feature is said to be its insane thinness. It could measure in as low as 5.5mm thin, making it by far the thinnest iPhone ever made, a title previously held by the iPhone 6 at 6.9mm, although we all know how that went. It may only have a single camera module, a relatively small battery measuring in at around 2800 mAh, although it could be as light as the iPhone 13 mini, allegedly weighing in at only 148 grams. The screen is said to be around 6.6 inches in diagonal, putting it exactly in between the vanilla iPhone 17 at 6.3 inches and the iPhone 17 Pro Max at 6.9 inches, although more on that later. Up next, we have the iPhone 17 Pro, and this won't be such a massive upgrade from the iPhone 16 Pro, but at least we may be getting a new back design. Apple may lower the logo on the back of the Pro models, potentially placing it within a gap in the MagSafe ring. And to accommodate this change, Apple is also said to tweak the MagSafe magnet array. It's also rumored to come with the brand new A19 Pro chip paired with 12GB of RAM, marking the first time an iPhone could finally exceed 8GB of RAM. But an unexpected change, however, is said to be the move from titanium to aluminium. Yes, they're going back to aluminium, probably to reduce the overall weight even further. And the thing is, the Pro iPhones have always been made out of more premium materials, such as stainless steel and then titanium, to set them apart from their vanilla counterparts that were made out of aluminium, such as the regular iPhones and also the iPhone SE. So what do you guys think? Is Apple doing this to reduce the weight or just to save on production costs? As for the iPhone 17 Pro Max, this is said to be receiving all the upgrades of its siblings, but with a larger battery, allegedly at 5000 mAh. This may make also the phone thicker, although I don't mind it if it also means much better battery life. Especially this year when we do have the iPhone 17 Air, so if someone does want a much thinner iPhone, they can just go with the Air. When it comes to cameras, the only one that's set to change is the zoom lens. This one is set to have the ability to move, allowing for continuous optical zoom at various focal lengths, from 5x to 8x. Also with a high resolution of 48 megapixels, up from 12. However, some leaks are pointing towards only the iPhone 17 Pro Max getting this upgrade, so it's not quite clear if the 17 Pro will be getting it too, although there is still a chance. At number 5, we have the new Apple Watch Ultra 3, which is said to be getting a new 5G modem, satellite connectivity, also the new LTPO 3 screen from the Series 10 with wider viewing angles and improved always-on functionality that refreshes every second, also a faster chip, most likely the S11, blood pressure monitoring for the very first time, and finally, faster charging, as well as potentially some thinner bezels. These changes would be very welcome, as last year the Apple Watch Ultra only got a new color, and that was it, no other changes. Now, the Apple Watch Series 11 is said to be a much smaller upgrade, since it already got all of the features that the upcoming Ultra 3 will be getting, such as faster charging, a newer chip, and the LTPO screen. Although, having said all of this, there will still be some changes. According to the leaks, this will also be getting 5G connectivity, the new S11 chip, and also blood pressure monitoring. And the last watch to get updated is the new Apple Watch SE. And once again, not a lot of major changes are expected here. The update will likely focus on slimmer bezels similar to the Apple Watch Series 7, and more than likely, the addition of an always-on display, which if added, I am pretty sure that it will be significantly dimmer than what's found on the Apple Watch Series 11 or the Ultra 3, so more than likely in line with the original always-on display introduced with the Apple Watch Series 5. Aside from this, it may also be getting the S11 chip, just like the Apple Watch Series 11. However, if this sounds like a massive upgrade from the current S8 chip in the Apple Watch SE2, it would actually only be one generation faster, because you see, Apple usually upgrades the performance on their Apple Watch chips every 3 years or so, as the Apple Watch S6, S7, and S8 chips actually had the exact same performance. They were basically the same chip. And the S9, S10, and S11 are also very likely to be the same performance-wise. Now, another product that Apple only updates every 3 years or so is the AirPods Pro, which we may be seeing at the September event. The original AirPods Pro were launched back in 2019, the AirPods Pro 2s back in 2022, and now we are due for another update. There are also a few lines of code discovered in iOS 26 beta by Steve Moser, referencing the new AirPods Pro 3s, which further points at a possible update coming very soon. As for the changes, there's a new case which may be getting smaller and also have some under the plastic LEDs, just like the AirPods 4s, with the same touch-based controls, which would replace the physical pairing button. We may also see improved ANC over the already very impressive ANC on the AirPods Pro 2s, potentially heart rate monitoring and temperature monitoring directly on the AirPods, on-device live translation that's also rumored to come as well, and of course, an upgraded H3 chip. Next up, there are some reports of a new Apple TV 4K as well, which could arrive either at the September event or in October. This update is expected to bring a faster chip, possibly the A17 Pro, according to some leaked code from tvOS 26, along with Apple's own Wi-Fi 7 chip. And we may also see a lower price, hopefully under $100 according to Ming Chi Kuo. It's been 3 years since the Apple TV was last refreshed with the A15 chip, so an upgrade feels long overdue. Probably for me as well, because I'm still using the original Apple TV 4K with the Apple A12Z chip. And last but not least, we may also see a new AirTag with an improved ultra-wideband chip, more battery life, and 3 times longer tracking range. We may also see that rumored HomeHub that Apple has been reportedly working on for years, as new code has been discovered in iOS 18.6 that does reference such a device. And some lines of code have shown that it actually has a resolution of 1088 by 2178, which means that this attached iPad, so to say, will have an aspect ratio of 18:9, making it a tiny bit wider than all the current iPads. But yeah, having said all of this, I'm super excited to see all the new iPhones, especially the 17 Pro Max. I want to see what they do with that zoom module, 17 Air, and then of course also the Apple Watch Ultra 3, which I'm thinking I will actually switch to from my Apple Watch Series 10. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these products. Which ones are you excited for the most? Let me know down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates as soon as we got them. I'm Daniel, ZONEofTECH, and I'll see you guys in the next one. ZONEofTECH, signing out. Cheers.